Hello gentlemen, it is great to be with you again after the holidays, and unfortunately we need to say farewell to another part of the team. It is Arco shaving stick. So out of this 75 grams shave stick I managed to count over 100 shaves, 107 to be precise. So the reason for retirement in all glory, we'll have to go with the Badger brush, which I'm using to scoop everything from this pack, and I hope it will be sufficient. And of course it is not enough, so I will need to open another stick. So that was pretty a blooper for this video, so here it is. And maybe it is a good point, since I will do some face applying. I have prepared a bowl of water in which I'm dipping the soap. And when it comes to Arco leathering, I was never a fan of this lipstick application because I somehow always add just a little bit too much of it. I cannot make a good judgment how much I would really need. So this is the reason why I usually just press it into a bowl and use it as such. So let's hope that this will be a little bit better. Now the brush was pretty soaked with water. It is still dripping a lot. And I was pretty reluctant to open a new Arco because I'm waiting for a couple of new soaps to try. And I also planned to use some refill shaving soaps from Serbia. Allegedly they are quite nice, but I was never using them. And when it comes to soaps, I really try to be as frugal as I can and to find a good value for money. So the Arco was, I would say, the second soap which I used entirely since I started to make these videos. And the first one, and only which I spent entirely so far, was Chala Red. That brought me about close to 200 shaves, but it was 150 milliliters pack. So this one was, I would say, in the top of the range when it comes to value for money, because one stick is usually about €1 where I live, and for €1 you will get a lot of shaves. Even if you are a daily shaver, it would mean more than 3 months of daily shaves. Now this seems to be a little bit too dense. But I would say that at least I didn't make any mistakes with the brush, because I had like 3 full days of beard growth. And as you can see, it is really driving the lather into the whiskers. And I will certainly have more than enough for the second pass, because this would be like my usual size of the ladder for the cleanup. Again, for the razor, why not Arko? Because it was in the reach of the hands. And when it comes to blades, I will use Fly Deer. Without any particular reason, just trying to fit aggressive razor with mild blade. And when it comes to blades, I also got some local stuff which I haven't been seeing for like a decade. So I would leave this as premiere for Wicked-Whiskers, maybe with the new soaps. We will see. When I have this large beard growth, I really don't like to go overly aggressive. Simply because of the reason I never know what I will find under the beard. Will I have some pimples, ingrown hairs? So this combination of efficient and mild is actually a good routine for myself. I was pretty lazy to carry my shaving gear on this Easter vacation, so at least we will have some heavy beard to shave today. And one of the absolutely the best benefits of traditional shaving is that you can make combinations of different shaving creams, soaps, shaving brushes. Of course, razors and blades. So you're not stuck with some supermarket predefined plastic razors. If you want to go a little bit more aggressive, you can do so. If you want to tune your shave as you wish, you have much more abilities for do so. And if you happen to like some particular razor and you go to vacation, you find some new blades, new soaps, it's not changing your routine. So yeah, one pimple on mustache area, but for everything else, no nicks so far. So I will just reapply the lather for the second pass. I don't need quite much. I will just do some zigzag passes to clean everything which is not cleaned already. So I hope that you also had some nice vacations. It was quite difficult for me to upload some decent photos from my cell phone, but I certainly gave you opportunity to rest a little bit from Wicked-Whiskers. And now when the customs and postal offices start working again, we will try some new soaps. Okay, nothing bad happened so far. So in my free time I'm doing sort of shaving soap log. I have a counter on my cell phone, and after each shave with certain soap I'm just ticking this counter, mostly to see which soap is more or less economical, what is worth keeping. But anyhow, I think that you will certainly have much more shaves from any decent, especially tallow based soap, than you would have with some supermarket stuff, not to mention the canned stuff. Although it can seem as a large investment, in like 5 euros for Cella Red, this one, or maybe 10-15 euros for Stay Traditional or Sterling soaps. But in my case it's like you can get one soap for entire year. And the efficiency and the skincare would be so much better with these soaps that actually the price is completely irrelevant. Okay. So far no nicks. And this is it. Roca is definitely ready for some deep scrubbing. For everything else, I will just rinse my face lightly. Yeah, completely smooth, no issues at all. Let's splash some aftershave. Yeah. Very nice and very refreshing after these holidays. So if you're starting with shaving or you're already into this hobby, please don't miss this one, because it is certainly one of the best purchases which you will have, and it will most likely give you some nice foundation for the shaves. So, like I said, it's good to be back, and we will see you in next videos. Goodbye.